Okay, everybody, I'm Alfred Lambremont Webre, and really, this is a great privilege because a deep friend of Exopolitics TV is now returning, John Martin, and he's come back with a summary film to show what he's been doing in the period between now and the last time he was here. John, please introduce yourself for those on the channel who may not be familiar with your work and what we'll be seeing, and tell us all about it, and then we can watch it, and then we can come back. But over to you.
Hey, Alfred, what a great pleasure to be here with you. My name is John Martin. I'm a classically trained guitarist, and I've been using music as a communication tool with our star family for a decade now. And the first person that I ever spoke to about this was Alfred. And Alfred, I want to thank you so much for your openness and kindness that you've always shown to me. It really means the world to me, and I'm very grateful for that. I've uh, I've made it a daily practice to go outside. I have an agreement with our star family that we meet. There's a little water park about a block away from my home, and we meet every night. And I won't say every night, 95% of the time. If I can't make it, I apologize to them and say I'm not going to be able to make it. And if they're not able to be there, they give me the indication that they have responsibilities somewhere else. But for the most part, we are together about an hour every night. They come in, they'll come in, sing in single fashion. They'll come in groups. They make incredible in the video. You'll see they make a group of them came in and they actually made a human figure as they were flying through. I've had them, they come in and they stage themselves so that they can do these incredible aerobatics in front of the camera. And it's just been mind-boggling and beautiful. And it's just been something that's really changed my life, Alfred. And I want everyone to know that the Star family, they're interested in who we are. That's the big thing. Go outside, share what's important to you, share what you love with the universe. And it is instantaneous, Alfred. I think we discussed the speed of thought is almost infinite, and it has dimensionality to it. And when you project positive thought and love into the universe, it is immediately recognized, and they come in and they reflect back that exact same frequency of love and friendship and kindness and incredible beauty. And that's what I've been concentrating on these last few years. It's been a great revelation that we all have that within us. And I hope everyone will try. Just go outside. If you're a mathematician, uh, share your most elegant equation. If you're an artist, do some art outside or think in your mind one of your greatest compositions. No matter what it is that moves you, that's driven you in your life, go outside and share that with the universe. You'll be incredibly rewarded by our star family who are there for us, and they're so curious about what motivates us and the positive aspect of humanity, as opposed to all of the negative that so many seem to emphasize. Our star family, they want us to elevate to their level. And when we do this, when we're outside and we project love into the universe, it is honored, and they honor me as I honor them. And it's been just a magnificent realization.
Well, thank you very much. And so if you like, we can now go share screen to the film that you so generously put together and then come back afterward. Would that be okay?
That'd be great. Let's do that.
Oh, good.
Yes. Oh, my battery's going out on me now. That's amazing. That's wonderful. Thank you, friends. Thank you for coming to see me tonight. There's two more right there. How beautiful is that? Thank you, my friends. Hey, beautiful ones. Hey, my sweet friends. Thank you. How beautiful. Thank you, sweet friends. What a beautiful thing. Thank you, my lovely ones. Thank you, beautiful ones. So beautiful. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, my sweet dear friends. Thank you. It is so good to see you tonight. I'll see you in a minute. I'm heading to the park. Let's go around and listen to friends. Wow. I mean, that's not the greatest thing you've ever seen. Wow, friends. Love to see another big, beautiful ship. Whoa. That was amazing. Was that all last night? There at all, which is a beautiful showing that this is done. Steps, this is delivered. Thank you, sweet friends. Wow. Of course. Oh, look how beautiful on this side of the clouds, too. That is so wonderful. Thank you. Hey, my friends. Hey, beautiful ones. Hey, gorgeous friends. Airplane going by. It's kind of cool. Thank you, lovely ones. You're so awesome. Thank you. Wow, look at you go. That's wonderful. You are really moving. Thank you, gorgeous ones. Through the center of both of those. Now that was one of the coolest things ever. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Thank you, my friends. How absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, my dear friends. Hey, gorgeous ones. You're so wonderful. Thank you, sweet friends. Thank you, beautiful ones. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, lovelies. So important. Thank you. Thank you, gorgeous ones. Thank you, my dear friends. So beautiful. Have a lovely night. Thank you. Pop in right here would be just the coolest thing ever. Thank you, Gordon. There you are. Oh, you did it. You did it, beautiful ones. Hooray. 10:05:23. Beautifully done, sweet friend. Whoa, of course, and there's that too. Hey, my dear friend. So beautiful. My goodness, you're so beautiful tonight. Wow. Oh, that is great. Hey, beautiful one. My goodness. Gorgeous. Hey.
my friend. Hey, beautiful one. Oh, my gorgeous friend. You are so awesome. So great to see you tonight, sweet friend. Hey, how are you, brother? Oh, how wonderfully done. You could be a sister as well. Love you. That was perfect. You're so incredible, my brother. How wonderfully done, beautiful one. How absolutely incredible you are. Thank you, loveliest. Oh, there's my friends. Oh, there's two. Oh, how gorgeous. Wow. So awesome, friends. Beautifully done. Wow. That was great. Thank you, sweet friends. You're so awesome. Absolutely great. Hey, sweet friend. So amazing. Whoa, y'all are doing it together. Whoa, I'm going to follow this one. Oh, it's so amazing. Thank you, beautiful ones. Absolutely great. Beautifully done. Thank you. Gorgeous. Yeah. Hey, my friend. Hey, lovely one. So good to see you. Oh, you went this way too. How wonderful. Wonderfully done, friends. Thank you. Gorgeous. Just absolutely amazing. Look at that. Thank you, gorgeous ones. My gracious. You're really doing it tonight. Thank you. That is the most amazing thing ever. Thank you, lovely ones. There, my friend. Oh, wow. You did it again, sweet friends. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you for that. You did it. You absolutely did it. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful ones. Wow. Thank you for doing it again for me, sweet friends. Amazing. Thank you, gorgeous ones. Thank you, my dear friends. So incredible. Thank you, loveliest. Wow. There's my friend. Hey, beautiful one. Hey, look at you turning. Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, beautiful one. Wow. You are the greatest. Hey, sweet dear friend. That was magnificent. Thank you, dear one. Here's some friends. Hey there. Hey, lovely ones. Here's the two. Hey, friends. How gorgeous. Hey, ones. Hey, dear friends. So great to see you tonight. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at you turning so beautifully, friends. Hey, gorgeous. Thank you, friend. So beautifully done. Thank you. Whoa, that's very fast. There, my friends. Gorgeous. Beautiful, friend. Oh, I caught you. How wonderful. Thank you, beautiful one. I was hoping I would see you tonight. Well done, sweet friend. Beautiful. Oh, look at you go. You are so awesome. You seem to be beautiful, sweet friend. Oh, let's see that. beautiful two. Hooray. My beautiful two came today too. Thank you, gorgeous one. Mine too. Hey, friend. How is it? Wonderful. Hey. Hey, sweet ones. Hey, my dear friends. Y'all are so awesome. Hey, beautiful ones. Hey, my sweet friends. Gorgeous. Hey! Oh! How wonderful. Hey, friends. Hey, beautiful ones. How lovely. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you, lovely ones. Thank you, sweet friends. So wonderful to see you tonight. Great. There's Orion. There's the belt. How beautiful too. How wonderful is that? Beautifully done, friends. Gorgeous.
Wow. That is so moving. So moving. And all of the intelligences um, and the signals in the sky. And I'm sure that each of us in the audience, as we see those, are having our own private, as it moves through our own beings, or having our own experiences of them. And you go every day. Could you just share with us more? You were saying before the program that you think everyone can actually do this.
I think absolutely, Alfred. We all have the ability to go outside, and the universe is so interested in each of us. If you think about how rare every single living being on this planet is compared to the vastness of space, we kind of lose that when we're in our day-to-day activities, but we are a miracle, every one of us. And the intelligences, they honor and respect that. And when you make the effort, that's the first thing that that I realized, is as soon as you make the effort to reach out to them, they, as you said, they meet us halfway. They are happy to do that. And it's just been amazing. And so often they're referred to as others and alien and different, but they're our family. They're our star family. They're an extension of who we are. And it's just been a great honor for me to have them come visit with me every day. And it's a special relationship that I've nurtured. And I'm just really happy that I made that effort to do that. And I want everyone to know it's available to us. It's not, you don't have to have another person do it for you. You do it for yourself. Go out there and show them who you are. And, the universe is happy to celebrate you and what you have to offer. In your own unique way. Everyone has something that's completely unique about themselves, and our star family know that, and they appreciate that. And this is just a point on the journey for me. But I didn't get to really see the video, but just a couple weeks ago, I had a beautiful superluminous luminal craft come in, Alfred. And it just dropped into our dimension, and you can see it correct its attitude as it flew directly in front of me. And they do that just to show that they care for us. They're here for us, and it can be an amazing realization for each of us. So that's why I wanted to be with you today, Alfred, to share that with you.
Now, tell me, when you go out, do you, every time you seem to communicate with them telepathically or through prayer, do you play music to them and then they come, or do they call you? When do you film them? Do you film them all the time? Could you just tell us about a typical night?
Well, at this point, we're so used to each other, and I still do this. Music is such an integral part of my life, Alfred. It's always with me. Music is always in my mind, and I'm always projecting that. But when I go to the park, I make a point to sit down and set up my cameras, and then, I say, I would really look forward to seeing you, my dear friends. And then I start projecting, each musical piece in my spirit is very crystalline, and I send that out in the exact way that it's been integrated into my body and spirit. And when I send it out like that, they recognize that, and oh, there he is, and they come in, and we have the best time, and it's just been a beautiful experience. I first started with just a little cell phone, and I couldn't really pick up anything. And I went to the park, and Alfred, there were hundreds and hundreds of these interactions before I really started filming them. And you get used to it, and it's not startling in any way. They come in, And I was at the park, and one came directly overhead and started doing these geometric shapes directly above me. It was amazing. And I had my cell phone, and it didn't pick up any of it. And so I said, well, I really need to get a better camera. So I went out and got a Psionics Aurora Sport that has the ability to pick up at night, it can film at night. And as soon as I did that, they recognized that, I asked for permission first, of course. I said, if it's okay, I'm gonna try to film you. And then they've agreed to that. And I would just turn my camera on and they would be there. They would drop in right to that tiny spot in the display of the camera. And because we have an agreement that that we'll be in the same place at about the same time every day. And it's just been a revelation to me that we have that ability. If you think about the amount of noise that this earth produces, and the radio waves and microwaves and 5G and all that other stuff, but just a single person sending thoughts into the universe is distinct, and it's recognized and appreciated. And they come in, and these are just, I've got a hard drive with over a terabyte of individual videos. I've probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. I've got a YouTube channel, John Martin UFO and ET Intelligences. And my TikTok is at John Martin 1779. And what I do, Alfred, is every night I set up 2 or 3 cameras. I have a couple stationary cameras, and I have kind of the chase camera. And then I upload them to my computer, and then I make a little video out of them. I stick it on YouTube. I don't do it every night, but a few times a week I do. And then if there's something really kind of spectacular, I'll stick it on my TikTok page and refer back to that. So I've been very meticulous, Alfred, in recording and chronicling date, time, and place on each of these interactions, because I think it's important. I think it's something that can really help. I think it can help humanity, Alfred. I think it helps us to realize that we can contact the universe, and the universe is there for us. And it could really elevate humanity if there were many of us that were out there doing that. I think it could be a very positive thing for us.
Yeah, that's a whole. There are many people doing that. The CE5s, and you are certainly one of them, and one of them that I know uses the sort of the musical, and is so much in touch with the music and with the telepathy, and so the fact that music is such a high frequency that connects with the elevation of consciousness, the elevation of frequency, the concept of individual ascension, planetary ascension of frequency as our planet evolves into a higher planetary density, which it's doing. So you are doing evolutionary work, and your soul must have come in with that mission.
Mhm.
As you know, and we've spoken of this, we've now evolved Omniversity that goes along with universe, multiverse, omniverse, the omniverse being the multiverse plus the spiritual dimensions at a scientific point of view, scientific study of the afterlife, the intelligent civilization of souls, spiritual beings, and source. and the omniversities now allowing for the scientific study of exopolitics, exosciences, sciences, spiritual sciences, all those disciplines that the universities, which were chartered to study universes of time, energy, space, and matter, tend to gatekeep because they're focused on the material canon of science from the 17th, 18th century, the Industrial Revolution, the 19th, 20th century, very materialistic. And now we're bringing in the omniverse. And so perhaps this is something that you might like to bring into a formal teaching and educational learning platform. And I could see that you have all your films and you could put them into a collection of courses. I'm just talking out loud off what they say off the top of my head, but you could interweave some of your films with some of your observations.
I'm in full agreement with that, Alfred, and congratulations on your work on your Omniversity. I think it's well needed. It is the fruit of your many decades of hard labor in this field, and it's an honor for me to be with you today. And thank you.
Yeah, well, the honor's mutual. So I can send you more information because I think that your work would fit both within the Department of Exopolitics and the Department of Exosciences. And these are the new type of learning disciplines that we have to create for our new Earth.
Yes.
And move away from that very rigid scientific canon. So anyway, that's sort of one thing that comes out.
Alfred, I've always wanted to share this with you.
Sure.
That your friend, Mr. Bishago.
Oh yeah, Andrew D. Bishago, who is the U.S. chrononaut, time traveler, and the U.S. Mars explorer, as part of the U.S. secret bases on Mars. Yeah.
My father was a aeronautical engineer with Lockheed in the 60s and 70s. He headed up a group of engineers that had to redesign the C-5A. It became the C-5B after he designed, strengthened the wings. He actually saved that aircraft. Alfred, during that time, and my brother is a concert pianist and he started very young. And so my parents really kind of honored him at that time. And after he finished this project, he took me to Lockheed. Never done that before.
Your father did.
My father did, and we walked into the hangar. There was a giant black curtain, and a man was standing there. And he lifted the curtain up. He said, "This is Skunk Works. Do you want to see what we do?" And I went to look under, and he dropped it really quickly. And I don't remember anything after that. And it was about a week or two later, my father quit Lockheed.
Oh.
And it's my feeling that they were wanting me to be a part of some secret project, and he said no. And that ended his aeronautical engineering career for many years.
Oh.
And so it's just, to me, it's a little, my small connection with Mr. Bishago, because I think that they had that intention for me, and my dad said no, and it was a very difficult financial hardship that it put on our family. He used to do roofing up in New Jersey, and so he dropped all that. He got his master's at Tech. He taught there. He was offered a job at MIT, and he threw it all away And we went into basically construction and home building for many years. He finally went back into it a number of years later. But I really feel like that there was a secret program that they wanted me to be a part of, and he wouldn't do it. And that's,
How old were you at that?
I was about
point in time?
seven or
Yeah,
8 years old.
yeah. Well, that makes sense because Andy Bashago, as a U.S. chrononaut, talks about being recruited into the top secret time travel program at about that age. And there were 100 plus childhood participants in the top secret
Yeah.
time travel program. And prior to recruiting American children, what they did is they went to South America and they used street urchins, children who were homeless on the street,
Sure.
because the casualty rate was very high, and it was civilian, unaccounted for civilian casualties.
I had an interview with Whitley Strieber about a month ago, and he was approached when he was that same age in the 50s. He was about 7 years old, and they took him to an Air Force base, and he became very, very ill from what they did to him. So, there is a lot to this, Alfred, that I think we as a country struggled to understand what it was back at that point, and we as individuals now are coming out and having our own connection with the universe, as opposed to having connected through the military or other means. Now it's time for each individual to claim their place here among our star family, and how we're connected. And if I can be of help to that, that would be I think.
Great. Well, yeah, and having you and your courses in a central place like Omniversity would be great, because people can go there and they know that you're there. Now, if people want to come and locate you and your collection of knowledge, such as we just saw, where would people find you now?
Yeah, they can go to my YouTube, which is John Martin UFO and ET Intelligences. There's contact information that I put on the end of every video. I've got over 200 videos on YouTube now, Alfred. And I don't really make a point to get with people and do sky watches, although I've had a few people that have come. But I'd be happy to to give people advice, and if they want to do it sometime, that would be fine with me too. I did it with MUFON, and I think I discussed with you about that. They kind of freaked out when the big beautiful craft came in. It didn't go well.
It was yeah, we're in the business of contact, except when it happens.
It was unfortunate. And as soon as because I was projecting very strongly that this was over in Athens. This was a few years ago. I think we discussed this, and they were all talking among themselves, and I was just projecting as I do, and this beautiful golden energy came in, and directly above us, and it flipped everybody out. And as soon as it sensed the unrest and really how scared everyone was for whatever reason, they just decided that was not the place they wanted to be, and they dematerialized. And I saw it about 50,000 feet, and off they went. So and that's the thing, you have to be prepared for this. You have to know that that changes you. It's something that shifts your reality. And when it does that, it can be startling, and it can be upsetting. But to me, I just enjoy it so much, Alfred. It's so much fun, and I think I also shared. I think at the end of that video, I wasn't able to see it, but um, this was Easter Monday, 2019. I went to my park during the day, right over there, and this portal opened up, and this beautiful entity came through, and it was just magnificent, and it was incredible. And I was able to get 5 pictures of it, but Alfred, it was at a point where I couldn't really look at it as long as it deserved, and I looked away, and I wasn't really sure why I did that. And that night I went back to the park, and a golden energy dropped down to tree top level, and I apologized, and I said, I'm terribly sorry I was not able to give that beautiful entity the time it deserved. And the energy just went boom like that, understanding that this third dimension is difficult for us, and it's hard for sometimes to fully integrate these experiences. So each time I interact with our star family, they're always different, but they always have that same beautiful energy that is a constant to me, and that's an important part of it.
Oh. Hmm. Well, now that you've returned to the show, I hope that this is a harbinger of your coming back more often, and that
Absolutely.
you can, yeah, and that you'll be able to come back in the near future with more, and that we can start creating. I'd be glad to. I'll send you materials that hopefully will help you create a course at Omniversity. Is there anything that you had wanted to share or say on this initial program that you haven't had a chance to say yet? Or
I feel like we've discussed what I really wanted to share. The most important thing, Alfred, is we all can do it. And that's what they tell me. That's the messages that I get. Sometimes I will get and then they come unbidden completely. One was embrace abundance, and they gave me that. And they're always very positive, Alfred. They share wonderful thoughts within just a very quick kind of blasts of information. I was one was it was a flash, and because I just put my camera in a spot and it flashed immediately, and I got from them, our optics are 1,000,000 times more advanced than yours, and it happened like that. And and I believe that to be true. So and this is still very early for me, Alfred. But I've taught music for many years, and I could put I think a very cogent course together.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I will say too is I never use anything like lasers or anything like that. It's just my mind, because if you think about, they've come from other dimensions, other areas to this very tiny spot. And if when they're here and you shine something at them, that seems rude to me. And so I treat them with respect. They've treated me with great respect, and I think that is an important aspect of this, is that I consider them our family, and they consider me their family, and we discuss that often. And in the mornings after I always say it was such a great pleasure to see you, and I thank you for coming to see me. Even if I don't see them, Alfred, I know they're listening to me, and I know that uh, they're part of my life. They know when my kids come out, and they're grown men, but they're still my kids. They put on an incredible show for them always because they know they're my family too. So it's been a great learning experience. Thank you for your time today, Alfred.
Oh,
I've
totally.
I've always I've always so respected your work, and that's why I reached out to you initially. And it was such a great revelation to me that someone like yourself would speak with me, and I'm always so
Well,
grateful.
we have such great mutual friends also,
Yeah, we do.
both extraterrestrial and terrestrial, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, yeah. So I look forward to our resuming our communication. I'll be sending you materials, and you're always welcome to propose a program here, and
Okay.
we look forward to your further actions at Omniversity. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Alfred. I feel like I've been doing a lot of field work,
Yeah,
and I'll continue to do that. And I wanted to present something new to you when we spoke again. So I
yeah,
hope you feel like that there's been a progression of
yeah. Oh,
interaction.
there's great depth, and there's an understanding that this is where that it's a universal ability, and I see it inside the spectrum of the evolution of our civilization and of our species. And you're really working at the edge of the evolution of human consciousness, at the edge of our genetics. That's what I believe.
Thank you, Alfred. That means the world to me that you
That's great.
recognize that, and you've been on the cutting edge of so many aspects of humanity, and so I honor you today, and thank you again, and we'll be in touch, and I think we're going to do some very important work together.
Absolutely. Good enough then. Until our next meeting.
Very good. Thanks, Alfred.